Today we'll see the lab part, which is required for the ADF. So this is the beginning home screen once you step into the Azure portal. Sir. Already have seen this screen yesterday. In case of left side, you just observe here the leftmost corner. There are 3 bars. This is simply called as a blade. All Azure services will be available over here. What other service you want to run, you just can check that. Just click that. Okay. Suppose if you don't find something, sometimes just type in the search bar. For example, you want to create a resource group. Yesterday I told you the hierarchy. So first you need to create a resource group. Under resource group, you have to add resources. So first, please check that resource group, how to create the resource groups. So currently we don't have any resource groups here because this is a recent account. Just click on create option. The subscription is a free trial. There are 2 types of subscriptions, free trial and pay as you go. Free trial validity is for 1 month and $200 worth of credit will be there for you. And resource group, just give the resource group name. I'm giving DWH ZRP. Any name that you can give. Data warehouse group, I just give some rough name. And region, there are 58 regions, you can select any one of the region. So as usual, I am selecting East US. And after that, click on review plus create. So these are the details, what I have selected. Finally, click on create. So see the rightmost corner. We got a confirmation. Resource group created. Got it. You just click on that, go to resource group, or you can check over here. If you click on this, the resource group will be opened, but there are no resources under it. Okay, just now this resource group is created. So within this, so this is our first work what we have done as part of this lab. So what is the portal name? Portal.azure.com. First you have to sign up. Then next, once you signed in, you have to do this work. We created a resource group. The resource group name DWH ZR. In later examples, we are going to use this resource group name. Of course, I don't do like that. Once class completed, I will remove all the things. Otherwise, my free trial credits will be consumed. Okay. And next step, what we are going to do is create a data lake storage account. For the new thing that we have 2 types of data lakes, Gen 1, Gen 2. Gen 1 will not be available. Gen 1 is not available for the new users. Already old users, the 2 paid users, for them that will be continued till 2024. Okay, for the new users only Gen 2 is available. Okay, so I am writing the same information. Gen 1. Users. You can create storage account. only for data lake Gen 2. So how to create, you just observe in the lab. So already I am under my resource group, DWH GRP. See, if you want to add any resource, here you just check, there is a create option. By click on this create, you can add resources. Because every resource should be under one resource group. Advantage of resource group, management of resources is easy. Either to start a resource or to stop the resource, or you want to check the what are all the resources available under your project. In that case, that will be helpful. I'm going to create a resource. That means add a resource. Just click on create. All these are the different resources for. First, I'm going for data lake. That means a storage account. Simply say storage. Where is storage? Here it's not showing. Come down. In the last, the storage account will be available for you. Look at the last one. Okay. Click on this storage account. So already the free trial subscription and my resource group are already selected. Suppose up to now, if you don't create anyone, just by click on this create new, runtime you can create a new one. But still come down. Still other details you need to specify. The storage account name. My storage 101 I am giving. 101 is already there, 1001 I am giving. Okay, this name is accepted. Not accepted. Okay. Again, it is saying that. Wait. Hmm. 1 minute. We need to search for unique name. Tell me some unique name, different name. Lake of lake I have given. Just let me remember the name. I forget. The storage name. Lake of lake. After that 101 tag I applied. Okay. So this is our storage account name. The region, any one region you just select. Importance of regions and advantages I explained in the last class. Okay. There are two types of performance models, standard and premium. Default is standard, recommended most scenarios, general purpose of version 2 account. That means heavy loads, heavy data, whenever heavy data volumes on the with same much heavy amount of readings are there, then standard will be used. If it is premium, so generally the standard means it's not the right statement for the organizations. They have clarity. Okay, monthly my data volume is 50 terabyte. or 100 terabyte. Because based on their past experience, they have clarity. Monthly average, my data volume is 50 terabyte or 100 terabyte like that. They have some fixed amount of volume, maybe little up and down. At that time, generally they go for standard. But for some organizations, the data is completely variable. Even sometimes they cannot imagine. Yesterday data inflow is 1 terabyte. Today suddenly that will be 100 terabyte. Tomorrow maybe 150 terabyte. There is high variability in the data flows. At that time they are going for the premium. Okay. This is redundancy just for data availability purpose. Okay. Redundancy means like suppose in one data center, that means in one region, in one data center, if our data objects got deleted, still that will be available in other data centers. For that purpose, this redundancy concept. About all these options and architecture of the data lake, everything, once we step into that pure data lake concept. Okay. So I will be explaining, and still other data objects will also be there here. Not only the blob objects, blobs, files, and tables, queues. In this way, different varieties of objects will be there. Okay. For now, I am just simply saying review plus create. Okay. So these are the basic details what we have applied. Something is missed. Running a trial validation, final validation, still it is under process. Yeah, the validation part is completed. What is the storage account name we have given? Lake of the lake. Just to click on the create. So first, in the beginning class, I told you what is the advantage of data lake. Before it is processing, data lake advantages. Unlimited storage and all varieties of data. All varieties of data storage. These are the two things. Okay, still under deployment process. Please wait. Okay, please check the confirmation here, the rightmost. Deployment is succeeded. That means that is successful. Okay, just by click on this go to resource, you can enter into your data lake. Or else from the scratch you want to check means, come back to your resource groups. I have only one resource group. You just click on that resource group. It will show you all the resources what you have. Look at the rightmost slide. Okay, I have only one resource now. That is lake of lake. Got it. The type is storage account. Storage account means that is data lake Gen 2. Okay, in the same style. Okay, first let me enter into this. Okay. So this is, I just entered into my data lake. In the data lake, containers will be there. Under containers, you can keep your folders or your data objects. That means your files. I just click on the containers. You able to see this one, or else come this side. You can see. Just click on the containers. Currently, I don't have any containers. Default one folder will be there, that is about the logs. So click on plus container here. It will ask you container name. Any name you can give. It's a my data. That is my container, or else like my container. Any name you can give. And finally say create. Container is created. Into this container, you can copy your files. Okay. Suppose if it is local file, no need to use any ADF or some other tools, because directly you have upload option. For example, from other database to container you want to dump data. At the time you have to use ADF. Okay. So just I am clicking on this upload. Just check it. Asking me to select a file, which is local file. If file is local, you can select like this. If file is remote, that is into different server, you have to use ADF. Got it? Yeah, till now we did not enter into that ADF. Just select any one file. Just some sample unstructured file I am selecting. ADF2.txt, and then finally I am uploading. Now in my container, the file is copied. Okay, the file is will be copied as a blob object. What is that blob? What is the queue? What is the meaning of file share, and everything will be explaining later. So just how to upload your local file into this. On that way, any number of files, any volume of the file, any volume of the data, any data volume of the files that you can upload, whether it can be local or remote. But if it is remote, directly with the upload option, you cannot do. If data is in a database, from database there are records. You want to dump all the records into data lake. Again, you cannot work from here. At the time, additionally, you have to take help of ADF, Azure Data Factory. Understood? In this way, you can. So for now, I'm going to create one structured file. So in this structured file, I'm giving the first line as a header. ID, name, salary, gender, and department number. Some sample rows I'm keeping. Last record. Next onwards, in every process, we will be working with such kind of structured files. For some files, we will keep header, and for some files, we will not keep headers. Okay, so that you can understand if file has header, how to make it structure. If no header, how to make it structure. Okay. Of course, this is already a structured data. Okay, it's enough. These are the records of the file. Let's say the file name is EMP. I want to upload this file into my data lake. Then after that, I want to do some process. Okay. Not a data lake. Data lake itself. Okay. Storage account has many types. Pure blob types and data lake types, like this. Directly, if you say data lake, it will come, the data lake Gen1 will be coming into the picture. Okay. I'm just uploading this. Again, I'm going to select the file. The file is EM. In this very number of files, there is no limitation for you. Okay. So in this way, you can similar style. This is one way you have added your resources and uploaded your files. Your next work, I want to create a resource. ADF. Okay. If it is ADF, how to do that? Same previous style, sir. Go to your resource group as usual. Already have a resource, which is your storage account. And one more thing I am going to add, which is data factory. If it is data factory, just do search as data factory. Observe here, the last second one, just click on that. Click on create. Name of your ADF instance. Under one subscription, you can have multiple ADF instances. Why multiple ADF instances are used? Maybe for different projects, or maybe within the same project for different environments, like dev environment, test environment, pre-production environment, and production environment. On that way, you can create multiple ADF instances. Okay, now I am creating a single instance. Let's say ADF ETL. ADF as ELT. Let me type that name. The instance name I am giving ADF as ELT. And version, there are two versions, version 1 and version 2. What is the difference? In third class, I explained the difference between these two. In version 1, there is no concept called data flows. In version 2, that is introduced. Okay. Still maybe other options, more options. Major difference is data flows are introduced into version. Advantage of data flows: if you run a data flow, automatically Databricks job will be created. Got it. So, old one, version 1, latest version, just remember that. Now, you can configure your ADF to Git. At the time of running your deployment life cycles, this Git will be helpful to you. So for now, I'm not going to use any kind of Git. I'm just deactivating that. We will see in the deployment phase how to use the Git for this. Okay, I just select the option configure Git later. The remaining options I am not touching. Just review plus create. So these are the details what you have selected, and finally create. Now in few minutes, your ADF instance will be created.
ఆఫ్లైన్ క్లాస్ ఉంటే కొంచెం దూరం దవ అని పరిగెత్తింటాం, లేచి ముఖం కడిగి ఫాస్ట్గా వెళ్ళే కొద్దికి నిద్ర వెళ్ళిపోద్ది. మీరు 8కి వెళ్ళేవాళ్ళు కదా ఫస్ట్ ట్రైనింగ్
The final finishing up process is going on. Already created, sir. So already we are doing all these operations from our resource group only. That's why every time we are not selecting that resource group. Okay. Please check the third line here. Already our resource group is already selected. Okay. Now one more instance we will create, which is for Azure SQL. That is, to build the pipelines, you need resources. Okay. Maybe some cases source may be data lake, maybe some other case source may be your Azure SQL. For some other pipeline, same data lake will be the target. Some other pipeline, data lake will be the source. Same thing for Azure SQL, same thing for Azure Synapse. Okay. For today, just how to create all the instances, we will just check. Still the process is going on. Okay, sir. Meanwhile, please check that SQL part. So still this will be, maybe it may take a few minutes, other few minutes for the ADF. Please check the same thing for the SQL. Directly have option here, SQL databases. And click on create here. Resource group, DWH GRP. Still other options, the database name. MyAZ SQL. Let me remember these names. The DB name we have given MyAZ SQL. And also server name also we need to configure. So here it is asking me server, but I don't have a server, any server now. Just click on create me. Server name it is asking. The server name my server. Okay. Location. Same East US or US2. You just can select. Specified server name is already is in use. My DB server. Just wait, it is validating the name. It is accepted. The server name I have given here, MyDB SER 1001. And region already we have selected. Authentication method for now, I'm going to use SQL authentication. Server admin details. I give your user ID and password. Suppose practice user 101. This is my user and some password I am giving. I'm confirming the password. Practice user 101, that is my user ID. And password. So finally save okay, sir. Review plus create, finally create. It will take more than 10 minutes time for the SQL deployment. Okay. But if it is for your practice or daily, after completion of your regular practice, please remove that. Otherwise, if database is still keep running under background, the charges will be applied to you. Now about the database, the request is accepted here. Check the line. After database, server will be created. First server request, database request, everything is created. Then you can start working with it. In this way, sir, without any additional installations, only by checking and selecting your options, you can configure and deploy any kind of resource in the cloud. There are hundreds of services in Azure, sir, but we are using only data engineer related services. Okay, maybe if it is a developer related services will be different. DevOps team, their used services will be different, like that. Okay, all database related, almost all work is done, still under process, still deployment is under process. Look at first line and last line, sir. Previously the request was accepted. Now that is created. Okay. This is successful. This database is successful. First, please check all the resources within our resource group. DWH GRP. Check here, I have 3 resources now. Actually, majorly 3. The first one, what we created is Lake of Lake, which is your storage. Second one, ADF you have created. The name ADF as ELT. Next, database, that means for Azure SQL. But within the Azure SQL, there are 2 components. One is database, second one is server. For server, separate, because under one server, multiple databases you can create. Understand? Server is one component, one resource here. Database is one resource here. On the same server, you can create other different database. That's why it is showing you 4 things. Okay. Any name we forget here? Already we created. So check 2, 3, 4 options. 2 is Lake, 3 is ADF, number 4 is Azure SQL. Now we will step into first ADF. How to enter into ADF, you please check. What is our instance name for the ADF? ADF as ELT. This name we have given. Just click on that. Here observe, there are 2 options. The second one is just documentation. The first one, open Azure Data Factory Studio. Okay, click on this option. A separate portal will be launched. Just check it here. Separate portal, adf.azure.com. Got it. This is what your work environment, real-time work environment. See, sir, in the left panel, you just observe. It's a home. A pencil icon is there, which is called as author. This is for monitoring. This is for managing. Sir, did you recall our previous concepts? What are the building blocks of ADF? What are the building blocks of ADF? Your main goal is to create a pipeline. In the pipeline, activities will be there. Activities are interacting with the data objects. To interact with the data objects, you need to create data sets. But data set prerequisite, linked service. I want to create a linked service means I have to go to the manage. Before start working with the data sets. Here, linked services. You can create linked services. Okay, in our next class, we will see those things, how to create a linked service for your created objects. What we have, sir, now? What storages you have? Storage point of view, what storages you have? Data lake is one storage. ADF is storage.
No.
Is ADF storage?
No.
Sir, answer me, sir. Is ADF storage? No.
No.
That is just one ETL service here. Orchestration tool. That's it. But Azure SQL is one kind of storage. Of course, RDBMS style for OLTP. I have one table in Azure SQL. I want to dump into data lake. Now you need to create data sets or not. But to create a data set, linked service should be there. To create linked service, what is the prerequisite? integration runtime. Now you tell me, Azure SQL is part of Azure or out of Azure?
Part of
Of
Azure.
Azure. So no need to create because auto integration runtime is available for you. That is given by Azure only. You need not to create it. What about your data lake? Data lake part of
Part of Azure.
Azure. So no need to create any integration runtime. Directly you can create linked services. Understand? So in tomorrow class, we will be seeing how to create our linked services, so that how to, after completion of our linked services, how to create data sets. This is what a tomorrow class agenda. Now please come back to this one. I just entered into, I just launched the ADF instance. This is for manage. Manage is for to create your admin related objects. That means linked services, integration runtimes, all these things have to be created by the admins, not by the developers. Okay. Next, monitor. If you submit a pipeline for running, what is the status of those pipelines you want to check? Then you have to go to the monitor. Got it? For example, in pipeline, activities will be there, sir. Many number of activities will be there. Your pipeline suppose your pipeline has 10 activities. Now that is already running. Now what is the current status of your pipeline? Which activity is running you want to know. At the time, monitor. Got it? Maybe some of the activity may be failed. What activity failed you want to check. Okay? Like that. So these are the regular tools what we are using. Our main developer tool is the Sphinx Leica. What is the main work with us? Pipeline defining. Okay. If you click on this, there is arrow button here, right side. If you see, up to now there are no pipelines because recently we created instance. I want to create a new one. Just click on the triple dots. Here I have options. Under a specific folder you want to keep your pipelines, you can. Or straight away you want to create a pipeline, you can. Understand? There are pipeline templates also. Azure is providing you some pipeline templates. Okay, pre-configured pipeline template. By taking that template, you can do little modifications. But initially don't practice with the templates. Okay, if you are habituated to templates, like you cannot learn the remaining components. Okay, but to create a pipeline, to read data, to write data, you need data sets. I want to create a data set, just there is an option here. I can create a new data set, or else a new folder, under folder, I can create a data sets. But prerequisite to create data sets is linked service. Got it? I told you in version number 2, in ADF version number 2, there is a concept called data flows. Okay? So with the data flows, you can perform powerful transformations with very easily. That too, backend execution model, Databricks. Because of that, speed process will happen for your complex transformations. Okay, how to create data flows? If you want to create a data flow here like this. Still recently, Microsoft has activated. Previously, this was available only for Excel sheets, Power Query. Only for Excel sheets, MS Excel. Okay. Now, suppose you are not comfortable with data flow kind of activities. You are already comfortable with Power Query to perform transformations. At that time, you can use Power Queries. These Power Queries are not available in version number 1. Maybe some 3 to 4 months back, that is not available in version 2 also. At the time, that is under beta. Power Query option you will see, but in brackets you will see beta. Okay, that is under some testing, still some development to be there. Now it is finalized. Okay, now Power Query is fully available to you. Got it? Even some clients directly are using data flow, some clients are using Power Query, some clients without using these two things directly, the core activities they will be performed. Understand the points? So this is about ADF environment. And come to what is another environment, Azure SQL. How to enter into Azure SQL? Come back to your resource. Where is your Azure? Yeah, already we have resource group. What is the DB name we have given? MyDB. This is user, sir. No, this is DB server. My agent SQL. Is that name? Please check. My agent SQL. I'm just launching that. Just click on that. Okay. This is what our initial home environment of this. You want to query, you want to check the data, just go to the query editor. There is another in the left side query editor option is there. Just click on that. User ID password already selected, because in the last I created one user and password I have given, right? From that is taken. Got it. Save OK. It is not accepting the client IP. So for this, the firewall setting rule you need to do. For now, just a simple solution, just click on this OK button. Firewall setup. So this IP you need to add it. Just click on that. This IP will be added to the firewall and then save OK. Now you are entering. This is what your Azure SQL database. How many tables you have? No tables. Got it. Then what is the data? Every table or every object should be under a database, right? Your object is DBO, default. Default, they are giving you something. So I don't have views now. I don't have any stored procedures now. Already some predefined something is there, but user defined objects are not available. If you want to create, you just run a query over here. Create table name and columns and all these statements in. So this is just how to create your instances, how to enter into that instances. But how to create linked service for this, that is challenge for you. At the time of, okay, my data lake ready, my Azure SQL ready, but if I am trying to create a linked service, a lot of errors will be coming. How to solve those errors, that is important. So in every part, first I will show you error, because already I know the solution, but directly I don't open that solution. Suppose Azure SQL is there. I'm trying to create a linked service for that, for the plain Azure SQL. Definitely you will get some error. Based on that error code, how to solve it. On that way, step by step, we will come. Because of this, you could able to solve the issues very quickly, and also troubleshooting techniques you will be learning. Got it? So again, same thing. I open a data lake. For that data lake, I try to create a linked service. Definitely it will give you error. Based on initial error code, I will solve some problem. Again, it will give error. Again, after that, I will apply some other thing. Then errors will be solved. On that way, our training methodology will be going, right? Okay, sir. Tomorrow actually is Saturday, but tomorrow I want to take a session. Tomorrow I will take a session. Yesterday recording session already I have I have posted into chat room. Please check it. So tomorrow also completely practical. Whenever a new concept comes, the concept related theory we will discuss, and then again we will be back to the practical. Okay. So all of you, before tomorrow or day after tomorrow, so you please create your Azure account, sir. Only credit card required. For some international debit cards also accepted, sir. If it is SBI Bank or Andhra Bank, that is not accepting. If you have any international debit cards or credit cards, that is accepted. Even SBI credit card is not accepted. Yesterday we tried a lot with the help of some student, like finally we got this account. Yeah. So you please try. If not, just go through this recording video. Okay, sir, all of you. Already I have copied yesterday recording link once again for you, for the new users. If anybody joined late in the meeting. Where is? Yesterday date, sir, December 2nd, right? Yes. All of you. All of you, please collect that recording, yesterday recording, which is session number 5. Okay, today's session number 6, what we have covered, please check. In our lab part, what we have covered? Only 4 things. How to create a resource group. And after that, under that resource group, how to add your required resources. That to our ADF related resources, what we have done? Storage account, ADF, and Azure SQL. After that, how to launch that ADF. You created instance, how to launch, how to enter, and how to use. And in Azure SQL, how you can log in. At the time of initial login, what error you will get. Okay, but still that error comes, how to enter into that? By adding that IP address into the firewall. But we did not add, we just did a click. How to add at the time of creating linked service, I will show you, sir. Okay, right, sir, all of you. Let's see tomorrow, same time, 7:30 with same link. So this session tomorrow in tomorrow class, I will share you today's session, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. All of you, thank you.